Hello everyone, this is Malati from MA Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to discuss about 11th Standard Commerce, Chapter 7, Cooperative Organization. Cooperative Organization means கூட்டுறவு அமைப்பு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. It's nothing but it is a voluntary association which is created by a group of members for doing welfare for the society. They will be selling the goods at reasonable price, and they will be collecting the products from the farmers, producers and workers, and they will be consuming to the public with the less price. Okay, it is called as cooperative organization. இப்போ cooperative bank, you might have heard about cooperative bank, கூட்டுறவு வங்கி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. In that the interest will be very less, and moreover many poor people will be benefited out of that. Like that, in this cooperative organization, they will be selling the product at the lesser prices, and it is a voluntary association created by the persons to do welfare for the society. It is called as cooperative organization. Introduction. And moreover, it has been started in the year 1844 by Robert Owen. Okay, a person named Robert Owen have been started this cooperative movement in the year 1844 in England, and he has started this movement with 28 workers as members. From his company, as 28 members will be there, workers. Okay, he has started with the help of that members. He has started this cooperative organization, and that was named as Rockdale Society of Equitable Finance. Okay, that cooperative organization has been named as Rockdale Society of Equitable Finance. He is the first person who have started this cooperative organization with 28 members. Meaning, a cooperative is a private business organization that is owned and controlled by the people who use its products, supplies, or services. And moreover, it is a private organization which has been started to do welfare for the society. And moreover, the people will be owning and controlling. The members will be owned the business, and they will be having a full control on them. And moreover, on the basis of products, supplies, and services, they will be having a full control in the products. What are the products they are going to provide to the public, and they will be providing the supplies and also services. Although cooperatives vary in type and membership size, all were formed to meet the specific objective of the members. There will be different type of cooperative organizations. Some might will be dealing with farmer products, agricultural products. Some will be dealing in some industrial products. Like that, they will be differing in products and members also. Depend upon the business, there will be a differentiate, and are structured to adapt the members changing needs. And there will be a sudden change in the members also. Sometimes one member can be added, and sometimes one member can be removed, so there will be a sudden change in the membership also. Definition. Cooperation is a form of organization in which persons voluntarily associate together as a human beings on the basis of equality for promotion of economic interest of themselves. It is nothing but they are voluntarily joining in this cooperative organization, and moreover with their interest, okay, with their self interest, they will be joining in this cooperative organization. And also it has been started for the promoting the economic growth. Okay, for promotion of the economic growth, they have started this cooperative organization. With their own interest, they have started. It has been said by Eds Calvert. And according to Sir Horace Plunkett, he is saying cooperation is a better farming, better business, and better living. Okay, without cooperation, nothing can be done. If cooperation is there, then everything will be in a perfect way. The business will be in perfect way, the supplies will be in perfect way, and everything will be in a perfect thing, in a better form. Now they have given some examples of cooperative society. Indian Coffee House, Mother's Dairy, and Sri Mahalya Griha Yudo Lijat Puppet. It is a puppet company for which has been started by women's. Okay, and Indian Farmers Fertilizers and Cooperative Limited. The Indian Airlines Cargo CGHHS Limited. And now let us discuss about the principles of cooperatives. There are 7 principles are there. Let us discuss one by one. First one, voluntary and open membership. There is no restriction for being a member in the cooperative society. It is a voluntary association. If anyone is interested in joining in this cooperative organization, they may go and join. And it is very open to all. Okay, those who are interested, they can go and join as a member in the cooperative organization. Cooperatives are voluntary organization open to all people without gender, social, racial, political or religious discrimination. There is no restriction in any cases. Those who are interested, they can go and join as a member in the cooperative organization. Then democratic member control. Cooperatives are democratic organization controlled by their members. Those who buy the goods or use the services of the cooperative, who actively participate in the setting policies and making decisions. Okay, those who are engaged in these types of works, those who are buying the goods and those who are rendering the service to the people, they will be participating actively in the business and they have to take decision on this, making they will be setting up the decision in the business. Everything will be done only by them. Those who have engaged in the buying of products and selling the product and rendering services to the people. And members economic participation. Members contribute equally to and democratically control the capital of the cooperative. Everything will be equally categorized and they will be sharing the works in the equal way. And moreover, they will be having a control on the capital also. Then autonomy and independence. Cooperatives are autonomous self-help organizations controlled by their members. If the cooperative organization enters into agreements with other organization and raises capital for external sources, it is done. So based on the terms that ensure democratic control by the members and maintains the cooperative's autonomy. Okay, it is single and independence. Okay, no one will be interfering in that. If any cases, if they have joined with another cooperative organization to increase their capital and to increase their development, to increase their to develop their business, in such cases they have to be control. They have to discuss with them and they have to take the decisions. But it is autonomous and independence. Education, training and information. Cooperatives shall provide education and training for their members, elected and appointed representatives, managers and employees. Many of the people might have been uneducated, but they might have been a member of the cooperative society. So in such cases, the cooperative members will be educating the people also about their organization and what are the works they have to do and what are the things they have to do. Everything will be educated to that members, and moreover they will be keeping an election and they will be selecting their employees and representatives and also the managers. They will be giving education to them and they will be selecting the representative only with the help of electing the person, election. Then cooperation among the cooperatives. Okay, in Tamil they used to say ஒரு கை தட்டினா ஓசை கேட்காது, நிறைய கை தட்டினா தான் ஓசை கேட்கும் அப்படின்னு. It is called as cooperation. If many people are joined together and if they are working properly, they can achieve their goal easily. If there is no coordination, they cannot achieve anything easily. With the help of coordination, everything can be achieved easily. Cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative by working together and local, national, regional and international structures. They are saying they will be working with their members and most of them will be effectively and strengthen the cooperative society. Okay, if many of them are joined together and they have formulated a goal, and if they are working for that goal, they can easily achieve their goal And moreover, not only within the country, they can achieve through local, national, and also the international level. Everything can be achieved only if there is a coordination. The next one is concern for community. We support the sustainable development of communities. We respect animal habits, human habits, and recognize the dependence on the earth. And moreover, while focusing on the member needs, cooperative work for the sustainable development of the communities through policies, programs accepted by the members. Okay, only if we want to achieve a goal, there should be a planned work. Okay, without planning the work, nothing can be done properly. So every policies, all the programs should be accepted by that plan should be accepted by all the persons, all the members. Only with the help of that we can achieve our goal. Frederick Nicholson, he is the father of cooperative movement in India, and moreover he studied extensively the problems faced by agriculturists and prepared a report. Okay, he has studied about the difficulties of the farmers, agriculturists, and he has prepared a report. And also he has played a vital role in passing the Cooperative Credit Society Act 1904. Okay, he has played a vital role. He is an important person in passing this Cooperative Credit Societies Act 1904. Now let us discuss about the features of cooperatives. What are the features are there? The first one is voluntary membership. Any person can become the member of the society and can leave it anytime. Anyone can come and join in the society and anyone can leave from the society. Then equal rights. Each member of the society has an equal right to vote and ownership. Each shareholder has one vote. And they are saying all have equal rights and ownership is there. And moreover, they can vote. Everyone have a equal ownership and voting rights. And each shareholder has one vote. Okay, if I am a member of the cooperative society, I might have invested some capital on that for that society. So I am a shareholder of the company. So each shareholder has a one vote. Okay, only one vote will be there. For one person, only one vote. Democracy. The principle of democracy is adopted while making the decision. The decision of the majority is honored. Okay. They will be keeping a voting system there, and they will be, if many persons are saying the same thing, that will be considered as a final result. Okay, it is democracy, democratic, சுதந்திரமாக முடிவு எடுக்கக்கூடிய இடம். ஓகே, எல்லாருக்கும் எது சம்மந்தமாக இருக்கோ, ஒத்துழைக்கிறாங்களோ அதை மட்டும்தான் அவங்க கொண்டு வருவாங்க. மற்ற டெசிஷன் எதுவுமே இருக்காது. எல்லாருமே ஒற்றுமையாக இருந்து அவங்களுக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ அதை தான் அவங்க செய்வாங்க. Honesty. It is a basic principle of the society. Its members should be honest. They should be very honest in the society. And mutual confidence. Society's foundation is laid down on the mutual confidence. So members should trust each other and work like a team. Okay, they should have a mutual understanding among the members. They should not have any conflict on their between the members. They should be mutually understand their situations and they should work together to achieve their goal. And welfare main objective. Its main objective is to provide goods and services to members at lower price. The main objective for starting this cooperative society is to give the products to the people in a lower cost. With the help of this cooperative society, they can give the products in the lower cost. It was the main objective of cooperative organization. Cash payment. Credit sales is prohibited and goods are supplied to its member on cash payment. There is no credit payment in this cooperative organization. Only cash payment will be there in cooperative organization. Economy. The member of the society should act upon the principle of economy. They should not misuse capital of the society. And moreover, they are saying the members should not utilize their business capital to their personal use and all. They should use their capital in a perfect way, and they should not misuse the capital of the society. And distribution of profit. How they are distributing their profit? If they have if they have sold a product and they have got a 1 lakh as a profit, means how they will be distributing their profit. A profit can be distributed among the members according to the Cooperative Act. 1/4 of the profit can be kept in reserve. Then 10% of profit can be used for providing facilities to the members. Out of the profit, 1/4 will be kept as a reserves. Okay, for future use they will be keeping as a reserve. 1/4 capital will be kept as a reserve. பிற்காலத்தில் நமக்கு உதவுன்றதுக்காக 1/4, ஓகே, ஒரு பாதி என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, வந்திருக்க ப்ராஃபிட்டில் 1/4, இப்போ 1 lakh வந்திருக்குன்னா 25,000 வந்து ரிசர்வ்ஸில் வச்சுப்பாங்க. ரிசர்வ்ஸ் அண்ட் சர்ப்ளஸ் அப்படின்னா என்னென்னா ஃப்யூச்சர் யூஸ்க்காக நம்ம இப்போயே வந்து சேவ் பண்ணுறது தான் ரிசர்வ்ஸ். மீதி இருக்கிற அதில் 10% பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாருக்கும் ப்ராஃபிட்டை பிரித்து கொடுத்துருவாங்க மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கு. Then self-service. All the business activities are conducted by the members themselves. All are owner and all are consumers. So self-service rule is employed in this organization. Here there is no restriction that they are the owners, they are the consumers. Everyone are equal. Those who are buying a product and those who are selling the products, all are equal. So they have to render the service by themselves. Self-employment is needed here. Now let us discuss the advantages of cooperatives. First one is voluntary organization. Anyone can come and join and anyone can leave the cooperative society. Next, easy formation. It is very easy to form this organization. The minimum number is member of this society is 25 members. If they have attained that majority 25 members, they can start this cooperative society. And they will be having some legal formalities for starting this cooperative organization. Then democracy. Okay, a cooperative society is run on the principle of one man one vote. If I am a member of a cooperative organization, I have only one vote. One man one vote principle is followed in this cooperative organization. The next one is equal distribution of surplus. If they have already we have seen in this feature. Okay, out of the profit 1/4 will be served as a reserves and 10% will be 10% of surplus will be utilized for the promoting of the locality and also and they will be sharing to the members. Then limited liability. The liability of a cooperative members are limited only to the extent which they have invested. Okay, only to the amount which they have invested. They are liable only for that thing. The personal property will not be get affected. Then separate legal entity. A cooperative society enjoys separate legal entity which is distinct from its members. Therefore, its continuance is no way affected by the death, insanity or insolvency of the members. It enjoys perpetual existence. Anyone can come and go, but the organization will be go on like that. There will not be any restrictions or they will not end up the organization. It will be in the if any person is coming, of any person or going, of any person or died, nothing will be done. The organization will be going on. Due to this things, the organization will not be end up. And each for all and all for each. There will be a coordination among the members and they will be working together. So they are following a principle called each for all and all for each. Then greater identity of interest. It operates a limited geographical area and there is a greater identity among the members. And members would be interacting with each other. They can cooperate and manage the activities of the society in a more effective manner. Okay, they will be showing a more interest on this organization. So all will be working together to achieve their goals. And government support. The government with a view to promote the growth of the cooperative society extends support to them. It provides loan to cheap interest rate, provides subsidies. They will be providing loan to their cooperative organization and they will be giving some subsidies to all the cooperative organization. And elimination of middlemen. There is no middleman. The producer and the producer will be producing and they will be selling directly to the consumer with the help of cooperative organization. There is no middleman. There will not be any wholesaler, retailer or any person. Directly they will be getting from the producer and they will be consuming to the consumer. Then tax concession. And moreover, to promote the cooperative movement, They also, because of the fact in the non-profit enterprise, the government provides various exemption and tax concession. The cooperative society have various exemptions. நிறைய அவங்களுக்கு சலுகையெல்லாம் கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. ஒரு சில டேக்ஸ் இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா கோஆப்ரேட்டிவ் ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்குலாம் அவங்களுக்கு அதில் டேக்ஸே இருக்காது. அதுதான் வந்து எக்ஸம்ஷன். அண்ட் டேக்ஸ் கன்செஷன் வில் பி தே வில் பி எக்ஸம்டட். ஒரு சில இதெல்லாம் வந்து இல்லவே இல்லை, டேக்ஸே கட்ட வேணாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி விட்டுருவாங்க. ஒரு சிலதுக்கெலாம் கன்செஷன் கொடுத்துருவாங்க. Then rural credit. Cooperative society have contributed significantly of freeing villages from the money lenders, and moreover they will be providing the loan at cheaper interest to have a benefit at the rural community. After the establishment of cooperatives, the rural people will able to come out grip money lenders. In olden days there is no cooperative society or cooperative bank or any other thing. So many people will be going and getting a loan from the money lenders for higher interest. But due to the introducing of these cooperative banks and cooperative societies, they are providing loans at the cheaper interest to the people who are in need. These are the advantages of cooperatives. Now let us discuss about the disadvantages. Limited funds. Only there will be limited funds. The capital will be very limited. Why? Because it has been started by the few members and to promote the weaker section. Moreover, these persons, the members will not be rich. Okay, only the poor people who is having a motive to do welfare for the society, they might have joined in the society. So they could not expand their activities beyond a particular level. Only with the help of the limited resources, they can do something which they can do to the extent. ஸோ த ஃபண்ட்ஸ் வில் பி லிமிட்டட். கேபிட்டல் அதாவது மூலதனம். இப்போது வந்து கொஞ்சமான மெம்பர் தான் இருப்பாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் இதில் இருக்க மெம்பர் எல்லாருமே வந்து வசதியானவங்களாக இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஒரு சிலர் புவர் பீப்புளாக இருந்தாலும் வெல்ஃபேர் பண்ணணும், நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு நல்லது செய்யணுன்றதுக்காகவே மெம்பராக இருந்து அவங்களால முடிஞ்சதை அவங்க இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ தேர் வில் பி லெஸ் கேபிட்டல். தென் ஓவர் ரிலையன்ஸ் ஆன் த கவர்மெண்ட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ். Cooperative society are not able to raise their own resources. Their resources of financing are limited and they are dependent upon the government funds. They have only limited funds, so they are dependent upon the government funds. They will be seeking help from the government. Imposed by the government. In Western countries, cooperative societies were voluntarily started by the weaker section. But in India, cooperative movement was initiated and established by the government. Therefore, the benefit of the cooperatives still not reached many poorer section. They are saying that in Western countries they have started this cooperative society by the people, but here in India it has been started by the government. So still now it has been not reached the poorer section. Only it's controlled and going things by government. Many poorer sections are been still remaining the same. Okay, they could not come out from their problems, and they could not come uplift their life. Benefit of rural rich. Cooperatives have benefited the rural rich and not the rural poor. Only the rich people are benefited in some places. Okay, the rural poor are still remaining. The rich people elect themselves to managing the committee and manage the affairs of the cooperatives for their own benefit. In such cases, the people who are rich, okay, if they are a member in that cooperative society, they will be thinking of earning profit out of that society. They will not think about the rural poor, the people who are affected. They will be the member of the society and they will be getting they will be interested in how to get the profit from that society. They will not be rendering any service to the rural poor people. And inadequate rural credit. Cooperative society give loans only to productive purposes and not for personal or family expenses. Only for production purposes, only for doing a business or doing any production activities, the loan will be given in the cooperative organization. They will not be giving loan for their personal or family expenses. Lack of managerial skills. Cooperative society are managed by the managing committee elected by its member. They may not have a required qualification, skill or experience. So there will be a lack. Okay, the people have been voluntarily joined and there is no restriction that they should complete this degree or that degree or any other thing. Those who are interested, they can go and join there. And moreover, the members will be elected only by the The representative will be elected only by the members. So there is no necessity that they should might have completed this degree or that degree, and if they are accountant or then only they can check the accounting everything. Okay, so they will not be having an adequate knowledge about the management works. So the managerial skills will be very less. Only the people who have got interest in that and they will be engaged in that. So they will not be having adequate knowledge about the works. என்ன பண்ணணும், என்னென்ன வேலை செய்யணும், எந்த மாதிரியான வேலை செய்யணும்னு அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. ஏன்னா அவங்க எல்லாருமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா படித்தவங்களோ இல்லை அதில் ரொம்ப டேலண்டடாக இருக்கவங்களோ இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. ஸோ தெர் வில் பி லேக் இன் தேர் மேனேஜரியல் ஸ்கில்ஸ். Due to this lack in the managerial skills, there will be inefficient management. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு அக்கௌண்டண்ட்டாக இருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் அவங்களுக்கு எதை எங்கே போட்டால் எப்படி வரும் லாபம் நமக்குன்னு தெரியும். இதே அக்கௌண்டண்ட்டே இல்லாமல் அவங்க ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு டிகிரி ஹோல்டராக இருக்காங்க, ஒரு +2 முடிச்சிருக்காங்க, அவங்க ஒரு மெம்பராக இருக்காங்க, அவங்களுக்கு தோன்றதை அவங்க செய்யும் போது அது வந்து மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டும் வந்து இன்எஃபிஷியண்ட்டாக தான் லீட் ஆகும். Then government regulations. Cooperative society are subject to excessive government affects their autonomy and flexibility. Okay, due to the government regulations, they will not be getting any autonomy or flexibility. Only what are the things, the regulations has been said that should be followed by this cooperative organization. Then misuse of funds. If the members of the managing committee are corrupt, they can swindle the funds of the cooperative society. If any person or misleading their funds, okay, ஏன்னா ஒருத்தர் வந்து அந்த கோஆப்ரேட்டிவ் சொசைட்டி மெம்பர்ஸில் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டில் இருக்கவங்க ரெப்ரசன்டேட்டிவாக இருக்கவங்க யாரா ஒருத்தர் வந்து பணம் கையாள ஆரம்பித்தாங்க அப்படின்னாலே பிஸ்னஸ் வந்து முடிஞ்சிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. Next, inefficient leading to loss. Cooperative societies operate with the financial resources limited. There will not be efficient work. Okay, they will be if there is a inefficient work is there, எதுவுமே வந்து ஒழுங்காக ப்ராப்பராக பண்ணாமல் இருந்தாலே கண்டிப்பாக நமக்கு லாஸ் தான் ஏற்படும் எந்த பிஸ்னஸாக இருந்தாலும். இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் அட் அ ப்ராப்பர் வே அண்ட் இஃப் யூ ஆர் யூட்டிலைசிங் த ஃபண்ட்ஸ் இன் த ப்ராப்பர் வே, தென் ஒன்லி வி கேன் கெட் profit out of it. If there is inefficient in the business, automatically they have to face a loss. Lack of secrecy. Moreover, their members will be more, and moreover they will be aware of all the activities of the business. So they could not maintain any secrecy in this cooperative organization. Everything should be done only with the everything should be known to all the members. So they could not maintain any secret here. It was a major disadvantages. Conflicts among the members. Conflicts means மோதல், சண்டை போட்டுக்கிறது. Cooperative society are based on the principle of cooperation, but in practice they might be internal politics, differences of opinions, quarrels, etc. Actually, in cooperative organization they should work in a cooperative way, okay, in the coordinated way. But due to some members they will be having some internal politics there. Okay, and also they will be having different opinions. Some of the members will be giving some opinion and few members will be giving some opinion. So they will be having a conflict due to this differentiate opinions, and also with the internal politics, and due to the quarrels also they will be having a conflict. So this may lead to the disputes, this may lead to the problems. Limited scope. The funds available are limited. They cannot undertake large scale operation. It's not suitable in the industries requiring the large investment. They are having only limited capital, so they could not expand their business to the utmost they needed. Only limited thing they can do. These are the 12 disadvantages of cooperative organization. The next we are going to discuss about the types of cooperatives. Consumer cooperatives, producer cooperatives, marketing cooperatives, credit cooperatives, housing cooperatives, and farming cooperatives. First one, consumer cooperative. Consumer cooperative means this cooperative organization has been started by the consumers, okay, for benefiting by themselves. They have started this organization, okay. It is called as consumer cooperative. Consumer cooperative organization organized by the consumer. They want to achieve a better price or better quality in the goods or services they purchase. The person who are purchasing the goods, okay, the consumer will be voluntarily joined together. And for what purpose they have joined together? for getting a good product, okay, quality product at a better price. For these things, they have started this consumer cooperative. Among the consumers, the consumer will be joined together and they will be getting the products from the producers. It is called as consumer cooperative. And moreover, it is a contrast to traditional retail stores or services providers. A consumer cooperative exists on the delivery of the goods and services rather than the maximize the profit from the selling those goods or services. They will be providing a traditional goods to the people, and moreover they will be rendering services to the people also, and they also supply essential commodities through PDS, public distribution system, and it has been started with the motto of rendering service to the people, to the consumers. So only they have started this consumer cooperative. Examples of consumer cooperative: students cooperative stores, the cooperative profession stores, and supermarkets. Then these are the examples of consumer cooperatives. To benefit the consumers, they themselves will be started a society. Then producer cooperative society. Producer cooperative, the producers will be joined together and they have started this cooperative society. For what purpose? To protect the interest of the small producers by making available raw materials, tools and equipment, machinery, etc., and arranging the marketing and distribution channel, etc. Their producers will be joined together and they have started this society only to protect the small producers. Small producers will be interest of the small producers. They will be joined together and they will be sharing their raw materials, and they will be doing equipments and etc. And they will be arranging in the marketing and distribution. Examples: Amul, Apco, Bayankya, Haryana Handloom, Cooptex. These are the examples of producer cooperatives. The examples they have given: cooperative weaver society, cooperative carpenting units, cooperative match factories. The small producers will be joined together and they have started this society for benefit by themselves and rendering services to the consumers. Then cooperative marketing society. A small society of small producers and manufacturers collect the products from the members, makes available better marketing and distribution channel economically, sells in the market. The marketing people have been joined together and they have started this society to do the welfare to the consumers, and moreover to benefit the small producers and the manufacturer. For the marketing thing, this society has been started. Examples: Anand Milk Union Limited, Cooptex, UP Handlooms. Cooperative societies are societies formed for providing short-term financial help to their agricultural artisans, members, workers, salaried employees, and to these credit societies. They will be providing credit facilities to the short-term loans to these peoples, agricultural artisans, and also salaried employees. And moreover, they will be providing credit societies, may be agricultural credit societies or non-agricultures. Either if they are doing agricultural work, for them also they will be providing credit facilities. If they are non-agriculturalists, then for them also they will be giving credit facilities. The next one is cooperative housing society. These societies are formed to provide residential house to the members. They will be joined together and they will be construct houses to their members, and they will be ask the members to pay as a monthly installments. They have to pay the loans. They purchase a land, develop it, and construct house or flats and allot some to the members. Some societies also provide loans at lower rate to interest to the members to construct their own houses. Okay, they will be jointly purchased a land and they might have constructed jointly, and they will be asking the people to pay as a loan, or else in some cases they might have joined together and they have constructed the houses if they have sufficient money. Examples of housing cooperative society: the employees housing societies and metropolitan housing cooperative society. Then cooperative farming society: when various farmers in a village pool their land together and agree to treat their pooled piece of land as a one big farm for the purpose of cultivation. Here they are saying many people will be having small land, 1 acre like that. So 3 or 4 people will be joined together and they will be join their land also. So they will be pooled together. Okay, 1 acre, like if 5 persons are having 1 acre, means they will be joined together and they will be cultivating a product in 5 acres and they will be sharing their profit out of that. It is called as cooperative farming society. ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட ஒரு ஏக்கர் இருக்கும், அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர்கிட்ட ஒரு ஏக்கர் இருக்கும். ஸோ 5 பேர் 6 பேர் அந்த மாதிரி மொத்தமாக சேர்ந்து அதில் ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் தயாரித்து அதை வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, சோல்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. தீஸ் ஆர் த டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் கோஆப்ரேட்டிவ் சொசைட்டிஸ். தேங்க்யூ.